still the opening-ish area. I can't leave Firelink just yet. And that is for reasons. Reasons that you may or may not discover in this episode. Too heavy. Got it. Fuck. I didn't want that to be too heavy, though. I'm gonna have to stick to this for now. But first things first. No, we don't attack, game. This is why I need to figure out if there's a way to disable my trap pad. That trap pad has caused me so much grief in this game. My frame seems to have dipped. So we're gonna do something that might be considered stupid, but is not in my eyes, and that is we're gonna make this Uchigatana fire. I thought about it, and honestly, it is probably the better candidate, since the longsword's gonna be my main weapon. Oh, Jesus. Since the longsword's gonna be my main weapon. That is a worry I do have, by the way, and that is, my concern is the frames dipping at randomly, which happens sometimes. Ooh, Jesus. I can guarantee you I know the reason for the majority of those bloodstains. First you have to go back to the Cemetery of Ash real quick. Just really quick. Because there's something that needs to be done for quick souls. So we're back here again, and for more likely than not, people would be wondering, well, why did you go back here? I actually missed an item, which I should have gotten anyway, but I was just like, let me not risk it right now. Let me not start the game salty. He says after the previous episode was basically just a hate letter to the Swordmaster. These guys are assholes too, don't get me wrong. But then comes the cream de la crop. The guy who probably killed the majority of people who said, don't you tell me what to fucking do, game, because the game actually warns you, don't come here. Because as you saw off in the side of the screen, there's something here. Oh, hello. No. I actually should... Boop. Just need to make sure he stayed aggro on me, guys. That's it. And now we do the roll. Alright, come on. There we go. That's right, follow me. I'm going Sonic Adventure 2 here. Follow me. Come on. I got my shield up. Ooh, he cut it short. Maybe there were some patches made to this guy. Don't you do that. Don't you run away from me. Now, here's where you're going to notice my playstyle derives from. I play what's called abusing the AI. Until it abuses me. Come on. Come on. Okay, stop doing your bite. Oh no. And there he goes. Wait for it. There we go. So yeah, that's how you get your basically a free Titanite scale. Might do a cut here. So thinking about it, I might do cuts for things I deem unnecessary. So like, I'll go back and talk to those guys at some point, or I'll show. Oh my god! I'm sorry, by the way, if I do cut through a lot of like dialogue and such. I do feel like if you really want to read this stuff, I recommend visiting the wiki known as Fextra Life, which is a Dark Souls 3, a Dark Souls in general wiki. They basically have a wiki for games 1 through 3, and 3 is still in development because there's still things that need to be discovered and found out. I think they're playing through it themselves in their stream. Here we have a giant who can give you a seed of the Tree of Giants, which is also a starting item that you could have possibly gotten. We can't go through this door right now, however, you can still access this thing by... No, okay. Here's where we're going to see cuts. Or never mind, I can get out on my second attempt! Thank you, Jesus! Even though he had nothing to do with this. So, if you do that run, as awkward as it is to do, it may take some time. I was lucky to get it on the second attempt here. In all honesty, it should have taken me like maybe 3. But we're up here for a specific reason. First off, let's try not to die, because that would be very embarrassing. Second, so I don't have much to give what I like to call, what I don't like to call, his name is actually Pickle P. So Pickle P gives you that stuff for now. He also gave me the call over emote, which I love. And in here, you get probably a very important ring for early on. And our first ring I'll also add to that, because it is our first ring. So, before I actually begin the Let's Play, I should probably give you the general premise. Right now, we're known as what's called the Unkindled One. I don't know exactly what that means just yet, but the Firekeeper over here knows that we're meant for something important. Over here we have the NPC known as Hawkwood, who has a quest line that derives later in game. He's not just your standard crestfallen person. Over here's a Shrine Maiden. She basically, you can give her ash and sell items to her, very similar to, I think it wasn't Kaith. I forget what was the giant snake's name from one, but yeah, you can sell her items like you do with Wheel and Deal and a couple of other NPCs from the game. You can also sell her the souls, which help you basically get rid of them faster. Andre, as he said, he does something new that other smiths didn't, and that's he can change up how you want your Estus flask to go. Now, for now, I'm going full standard Estus, because honestly, I don't need any magic right now. But he can reinforce, infuse, repair, etc. He's also important for a quest line. Around here will take place later, and since I actually know I can do something, I might be able to deck myself pretty easily early on. So, first things first. I'd like to be able to equip both my things, so I'm going to upgrade my vitality to 18 off the bat. I might also be going into the next area just like this. Mostly because there are things I want to do. Well, I'm going to say this right now. There's going to be a couple of deaths in this early part, so I'm going to want to get things done quickly. Because I've gone through this early part very quickly. But first, we're going to go to basically the first area in the game. Oh, and I forgot to explain things. So, those chairs there with the one person sitting there, those are the Lords of Cinder, who we need to basically force back onto their thrones. They're not going to come willingly, so we have to do, as my brother likes to constantly berate me for, murder, 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 murder. But it's justified murder. Now, I believe I can equip this now, and yep, I will be just fine. Having a fire weapon in this area is really good, though I really do recommend putting it on a high staggering weapon. PvP goes on here too in the later levels. I am excited though, because I do have the season pass for this game. Now, for some enemies, which maybe I can get past these guys. Again, having a 100% blocking shield is the real reason why, like, this starting class is so great. Come on, boy. Right up the asshole. Oh, I fucking hate this game. Alright, so that actually worked. You fucking running bitch! You'll also notice that I am very much a weapons master, not necessarily a weapons man. I actually expected to die from that too. But to explain, if I left this guy alive, he'd transform into basically what the first boss did. And that makes him 20 times harder to defeat. And you can only really kill him with a fire weapon, which is why you have the option to grab a firestone first. Over here is a shortcut that doesn't take place quite yet. And of course, Axeman over here. He has a chance to drop his great axe. Very good if you're going for a strength build really quickly, which is probably what I'm going to be going for, but I'm not going to be using axes. Well, at least not this axe. And backstab. And stabberoonie. Good night. Alrighty, first part down, and actually, this is the most important thing you can get in this area. I honestly 100% recommend you get the points to use the longbow. The longbow and so many bows are so important in this game. Aggroing enemies away or taking out crucial enemies right off the bat is very important. You need to be careful. Sorry, that guy makes everyone... Ooh, oh my god, he just fucking flashed us. You sick bitch. Getting very cursy. Don't worry, dragon don't do nothing yet. Alright. Again, I know this area very well because I spent most of my time parked here. Because the early game was not kind to me. Oh, I played through so many characters just to get here, and even then I fucked up a lot. Oh yeah, I know how to get that. At least I think I remember. If you want to go down here quickly, you can always take that step. I am actually after another weapon here. So I can show you guys. But first, I need to take you out. And we run so far away. Don't hurt me. Oh please, oh please, oh please. Can't hurt you during animations. Woo! Okay, that was actually a lot closer than it should have been. I normally don't aggro that person, but... Alright, so... A lot of people fell for this. And let's see if this is the friendly sign or not. Be wary of chest. There's the grab. There's the swing. You can stagger him very easily. Him, it. I like to think of the mimics as hims, because it makes it just that much more creepier. He grabs you. Think about it! Think about it! Really think about it! What's creepier if the mimic was a boy or a girl? But the mimic is down. Getting through this area really quickly early on, which is a good sign. And there's a conundrum. So I'm gonna have the battle axe as my secondary weapon for now, because I don't foresee myself having much difficulty with this area. But with this, actually, we have our first shortcut, in a sense. Now, right here, we're going to meet... Well, first of all, weapon scale. And hopefully that's a one hit? No, not yet. Perfect, though. Whew. I really am trying not to rush through this area. I'm trying to show you guys everything you can possibly get. But that makes this area so much longer. And I hate this area. Oh, hey, I got my Estus back. And with 7 luck and defeating a couple of enemies, it's honestly shocking. And just a touch annoying. Hey, buddy. Sneak attack failed. Let me grab this. The way I run through this area really makes me wonder, should I have held off on doing this for so long? I really did want to beat the game before I showed anyone me Let's Playing this, really. Like, I didn't want you guys to just come in and see me getting wrecked often or just failing indefinitely. Because there were a couple of areas that were really my walls and my Everest, and I was so concerned about showing you guys just a lot of stopping that I didn't want to do so. You bitch. Is that what you were trying to do? Prick. Ah, deserter's trousers. And I have a knife in my forehead. However, I think right here's a good stopping point for now. There's a lot left, and I'm hoping to go through it with just the 4 Estus flasks and some fire bombs. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until the next video, laters.